Boo! I am standing in for John Duffin for today's live session. This has to do with sounding your best and wishing all of John Duffin's clients, friends, colleague, family a very happy Halloween. So I'm saying boo. This is actually the Nightmare Before Christmas, by the way. That's John's inspiration. But John couldn't make it today, so he brought in his body double stand-in. Don't I sound great? Here's the thing. As I said, why we're here today is a reminder. John loves candy. So if you're anywhere near me in Philadelphia, PA, stop by. I may not open the door. In fact, I'm known to not open the door. But there is nothing wrong with leaving candy outside of my door. I promise you, we will get it to John and everything will be great. All right. Oh, all right. So by the way, it is me, and I am stopping in for just a minute or two. First off, happy Halloween from Duffin Media. Anybody who celebrates, adults, kids, I hope you're having a blast. By the way, you love this lid? I think it really flatters me. Here's what I wanted to convey today real fast. We're all about sounding your authentic best at Duffin Media. When I say I wanted to do a quick tech talk, meaning talking about tech, I'm not your guy if you think I'm going to go really deep into dweeby tech. I just don't have the bandwidth. It is critically important. But where I want to focus, by the way, too, in addition to fashion, is I want to focus on sound. So here's where I want to go today. Have you been in a conversation where somebody is either muffled or distracted or sounds weird? Often, this would be a case of a phone conversation, a virtual conversation. I'm going to focus in those directions today because, look, so many of us are back to the office, but not everybody. So if you're working on Zoom or some other tech capability, if you are calling people, which you damn well ought to be, your content absolutely matters. But if you sound muffled or distracted, you're going to lose somebody, and I promise you, you're going to lose them fast. Speaking of distractions, get your look right, too. Get this thing off. Save it for the kids and grabbing up all the chocolate later on. That's your mission. But in terms of communication, I just wanted to make it clear that when I talk about sounding your authentic best, often what I'm saying is using your voice, not to imitate somebody, not to sound like an announcer, but to sound your true, authentic best. Because when you do, the conversation flows naturally. People become more engaged. It works. The science backs it. The research backs it. The business results that I can document back it. So the way that people pay attention is for you to sound your best. When I say that, a lot of it has to do with mindset and your physicality and sounding true and right and being prepared. And if you're on a phone call, if you're on a Zoom meeting or a StreamYard meeting or whatever the case may be, Teams, Slack, whatever, right? You got to sound okay. I'm going to hope that in this world of Zoom meetings, we're beyond the point of, Bob, you're on mute. If you are not, if your organization is not, it should be a really high priority. That it is simply a matter of checking your settings, your audio and video settings. Today, I'm focusing on audio. Literally every communication platform has a settings device. Turn audio on, turn audio off. Two choices. When you're speaking, pick the one that says on, right? They'll hear you. Just works so much better, right? And you see me here with my big handy dandy microphone. Well, that was just to impress me, not to impress you.
You don't need it. I promise you, you don't need it. However, if you are speaking, people often do now, into their phone, test it first, but don't be on top of a microphone, okay? Whether it's on your phone, whether it is here, I tend to have a loud voice. It gets people's attention. And by the way, it's not always good. So I have to make sure. I was in a store yesterday and literally I could see 3 people snap their heads when I started to speak. I don't think it's because I sounded so wonderful. I think it's because it was so damn loud. I startled them. So when you're speaking, the tech part, settings, on, off, know where it is, make sure you're using it. Nobody wants to see or hear. Nobody. People's attention spans, and I'm not throwing anybody under a bus, are so limited. Their bandwidth is so limited because they've got a billion things on their plate. So that sort of thing, yeah, people, by the most part, are kind and they'll help you. Get the tech right. Make sure the volume setting, number 2. Number 1, the volume setting, whether it is your voice, as I alluded to, or your phone setting, or your Zoom setting, make sure the volume setting is true. Every once in a while, I get tripped up. I've done this all my life. I know what I'm doing. However, I will forget on occasion. Don't, by the way, that you check the audio setting volume. That's all. Go to settings. Audio. Check mic. Look at volume. Typically has like a high to low or low to high. Just make sure it's on, right? Make sure you're not whispering. Because when you're whispering, same goes into the phone. Loud volume, I'll do it. Loud volume can sound off-putting. Loud volume can sound like you're screaming. You're not. Be careful with that. Whispery volume, whispery. Literally sounds like you're unsure. Literally sounds like you're asking permission. So engaging in terms of tech, keep in mind that it is first off, are the settings turned on? Is the volume appropriate for you? We'll deal with you hearing another time. I want to be with you communicating. I'll tell you, when somebody throws you the, oh, can't hear, oh, you're on mute, it can shake your confidence. Remember, getting started in a business conversation, you literally, unless you've got somebody who knows you well, you can turn somebody off in a matter of seconds. So I've seen it in person, by phone, by virtual. I've seen it. So your job is to get off to a good start. Now, I said this is going to be the tightest 10 minutes of the day for you today, and I mean it. For your next business conversation, if it is at 11:15, if it is this afternoon, hopefully you're busy enough that it's not this afternoon, but whatever the next one is, do the following. Here's your 3, right? Number 1, don't have anything on that will distract you. Yes, this is cute. And by the way, it fits like a glove. But you don't want to have anything scratchy or sounding off. Do a quick check. This includes your phone too. Number 2, make certain if you're on a virtual call, make certain, literally just check the settings. Everything has that toolbar. I never know what it's like, a gauge, right? Go to settings, look at it. Volume on, volume off. Number 2. Number 3, make sure the volume is appropriate for you. I often dial it back. I know me being on top of a microphone will alarm people. So I know to sit back a little bit. You prove it to you. What are you trying to do? Simply to get off to a good start so that you can build your rhythm so that you can, how about that? And I got a phone call diving in right now. But you build your rhythm, you build your confidence, and when you do, you sound your best. That's exactly what I mean by sounding your authentic best. Give yourself the chance to build the confidence for you to roll forward. So take that with you. Check your tech. You don't have to be some tech geek. I'm certainly not, but I respect it because when you sound bad, when you sound off, it's a distraction. And in the world of communications, you've heard me say it a billion times, distractions are death. So give yourself the fighting chance to sound great. And after the communications,
Get on out there. Grab all the chocolate, just not mine. I get to help my mom out this afternoon, and I'm all excited. I'm hoping people don't show up. So I wish you all here at Duffin Media a very happy, spooky Halloween. Be good to yourselves, be good to your families, and sound your true, authentic best.
and we will certainly talk soon. Bye.